Welcome back. Elon Musk revealing new bombshells after firing top Twitter executive and former FBI attorney James Baker over his alleged role in the censorship scandal. Former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey challenging Musk to, quote, make everything public now as Musk reveals, quote, most important data was hidden from you too, Jack, and some of it may have been deleted. Think about this. Fox News contributor, New York Post columnist Miranda Devine, author of Laptop from Hell, where all this started, joins us now. So we haven't heard much since the initial release from Taibbi. But what is the most intriguing thing for you, along with the exchange I just quoted?
Look, I think the fact that Elon Musk fired James Baker, who was Twitter's top lawyer and had been the top lawyer at the FBI during the entire Russiagate controversy, and he was right in the centre of that and had to leave. And then he pops up at Twitter 5 months before the election. It looks very much as if his role was to be the gatekeeper for any information that might be detrimental to Joe Biden, because Elon Musk, while he hasn't specifically given a reason for firing James Baker, at the same time he's said, well, this material that we thought, I ordered it to be released in full about how the New York Post was censored by Twitter back before the 2020 election, when we put out our story about Hunter Biden's laptop, and not all of it came out. That's what I thought when I first saw it Friday night. I thought there's one big missing element, and that's the FBI intervention, when the FBI went to Twitter week after week at meetings and told them to look out for a trove of information, a hack and leak operation, a dump of information that might happen in October and might be about Hunter Biden. So they pre-bunked our story, and James Baker, it looks as if, may have been the person who suppressed any information about that pre-bunking by the FBI, by his old mates at the FBI. And it looks like Elon Musk has figured that out, and he's fired him.
If the Jack Dorsey, the founder, CEO, former CEO, says if the goal is transparency to build trust, why not just release everything without filter and let people judge for themselves, including all discussions around current and future actions? Make everything public. And Musk's response in detail is most important data was hidden from you too, and some say may have been deleted, but everything we find will be released. So is Baker capable of sticking around long enough to delete in a way that would be untrackable? Is he capable of that as a former FBI lawyer with great cyber contacts?
Oh, yes, of course he is. He's a very much a creature of the swamp, and, canny enough to ensure that there is no smoking gun. But there will be some sort of a trail telling us exactly who was involved in that censorship of the Post, who hired James Baker. I think that's a very important story too, because there was also a lawyer at Facebook, Pamela Karlan, another lefty professor, who was parachuted in just a few months before the election and then went to join the Biden administration. What's going on, and who's orchestrating all of this?
Wow. And Miranda, you think you were spied on?
Well, it was not me personally, but my messages with Rudy Giuliani. Certainly the FBI had access to them, and we were talking about the story. When we were going to publish the story, I sent a text to him and said, hold off, don't give the story to anyone else, it's going to work out, on October 10th. And that was accessed by the FBI because they were spying on Rudy Giuliani.
Miranda Devine, thanks so much. Unbelievable.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.